Hello everyone and welcome back to Car Venus 14. Now today we are going to be going through another League of Legends replay, and today we are going to be going through my Ashe game that I managed to do absolutely brilliantly in. Now I am a Mastery 6 at Ashe. I'm level 6 Mastery on Ashe, and I have about 40 or like 47,000-ish points on her, so yeah. Now, we're playing Ashe today because I like Ashe, and we have a Soraka support. So the team is Volibear top, Lee Sin jungle, Sylas mid, Ashe ADC, and Soraka support. Against their Kayle top, Shyvana jungle, Echo mid, Xayah bot, and Brand support. Now, the bot lane matchup is a pretty medium difficulty matchup. I mean, Ashe does outrange both Brand as well as Xayah, so that we have that advantage going for us. So yeah. But obviously Xayah does build lethality now, which is why she's really strong, and Brand is running Dark Harvest as well, so he's going to be quite dangerous late game. We have a Soraka though, so an Enchantress support, which is good because Ashe's lane sustain is going to be really good that way as well. Now as for the runes, we're running Lethal Tempo, Presence of Mind, Legend Alacrity, Coup de Grace, and then we're going Inspiration Secondary Tree, and we're going Biscuit Delivery and Approach Velocity. The small shards were going attack speed, attack damage, and armor for this one. So yeah, it might have been better to take magic resist, but I kind of wanted the lane sustain against the Xayah, so yeah. Now, Legend Tenacity, I mean not Legend Tenacity, Lethal Tempo, guys, is a really good rune, especially the new reworked version on Ashe, because Ashe's passive, which slows, can actually, you know, it actually helps stack up Lethal Tempo really quickly because you're constantly slowing them, meaning you're building up your Lethal Tempo a lot better because you're constantly attacking them while they're slowed, right? So they're unable to run away, you're able to keep attacking them, and it just synergizes really well. Now, we're running Presence of Mind because Ashe's mana sustain is absolutely awful. Among all the ADCs, she probably has one of the worst mana sustains ever. So yeah. You can see there we took a little bit of a hard trade there, but don't worry, we just play a little bit safe against these two. Force them to push in. Lee Sin does come down for an early gank, which we did not see coming at all, so yeah, there's that. Now, Brand steps up here a little bit too much, so I poke him for a good amount of damage and back off just in time. So yeah, we're running Legend Alacrity on Ashe as well, guys, because Legend Alacrity is really strong on Ashe because you can build a load of attack speed on her. Now, if you guys are building, because there's two main mythics that you can go on Ashe. You can go Kraken Slayer for like against tanky team compositions, and you can go Immortal Shield Bow for more bursty compositions like this one. So I will be building into Immortal Shield Bow, yeah, because they've got a lot of bursty champs, so I want to take Immortal Shield Bow to survive that burst. So yeah. Now, if you guys are going the Kraken Slayer route, going Bloodline is better because it gives you it gives you a decent amount of sustain that way. But if you're going the Immortal Shield Bow route, then you don't need the sustain, so you can go Alacrity. So yeah, and Alacrity synergizes really well with Lethal Tempo as well. And we go Coup de Grace as well because Ashe just deals a load of damage, so she'll be able to get them below 40% health really easily. So we're able to abuse the 8% increased damage when they're below 40% health a lot better. Now, why do we go Inspiration Secondary? A lot of ADCs don't really go as Inspiration Secondary. Now, the reason for that is because Ashe can take use of the Approach Velocity rune. Now, what Approach Velocity does is, if an enemy champion is slowed, right, or immobilized, then you gain 7.5% movement speed towards them, and if you're the one that CCs them, then you get 15% increased movement speed towards them. I think that's what how the rune works. So yeah, it's really strong. Now you can see here, Xayah steps up a bit too much, and luckily Lee Sin was coming down. I flash for the kill there, and because of that I get first blood, which is really good. It's really good if I get the first blood there. We were going to chase the Brand, but obviously he flashes away, so we're unable to do anything there. Now, Lee Sin came down at literally the perfect time. That's why I actually stayed in 4, because if Lee Sin wasn't coming down, I definitely would have backed off there. Yeah, but it's a good thing he did come down because, you know, we literally saved our skin there. Now, approach velocity pairs really well with Ashe because literally her passive is just everything on all of her abilities apart from her E, slow, and her ult obviously stuns. So yeah, that's why it's really, really good on Ashe. And we also go Biscuit Delivery on Ashe because, like I said earlier, she's got one of the worst mana sustains in out of all of the ADCs. So yeah, going Biscuit Delivery to help that paired with Presence of Mind is really, really nice. So yeah. That's basically how it goes. Now, we probably should have backed off after pushing this wave in, to be brutally honest, but now because of that, Xayah comes along. Xayah, luckily, doesn't actually kill our support. Our support sees that and flashes away. Annoyingly, though, we do die to the brand. Yeah, we do die to the brand, but actually, it isn't too bad because I get another kill. I don't think I was actually worth a shutdown at the time either. I may have missed what it said. If I was worth a shutdown, then it may not have been worth. If I was worth a shutdown, then it's not too... wait, if I wasn't worth a shutdown, then it's okay. It's not too bad. But if I was worth a shutdown, then we did just give Brand a shutdown. But then again, Brand is the support, so he won't be dealing a load. He won't be the most threatening person on their team. But Brand is, of course, you know, a bit of an annoying champion to play against. Now, you can see, guys, at this point, I've already brought a Vampiric Scepter, a longsword, as well as two longswords, as well as a dagger. Now, we are building towards, what is it? What's it called? Noon Quiver now. Now, this, just to let you know, guys, this match was actually played a while ago. This match was actually played before the huge Lifesteal nerfs, where all the Lifesteal items got moved down to like 8% instead of 10%. Which so at this in this case, Vampiric Scepter was still you know, 10% lifesteal. Now, at this point, we see that our jungler does unfortunately die here, but luckily I do save our support because Shyvana overextends a little bit too much and I get another kill there. So, yeah, really good roam by us. It's unfortunate that we couldn't save Lee Sin, but now that gives me another kill, which just gets me even further ahead. So yeah, honestly, not too bad. If the ADC gets ahead, it's actually quite good for the team because, you know, the ADC is meant to be the main carry of this game. Now, you can see here, Xayah and Brand are both actually quite low on health. Unfortunately, my support does die because, you know, she wasn't really respecting the damage just yet. Ashe is, basically, Ashe only kind of gets strong once she gets her Mythic, guys. Now, Brand overextends here, so I get him there. This moment did kind of scare me because you guys saw there, I did auto-attack the caster minion by accident. So, yeah, but luckily, I was ahead, right? I was ahead, so that's why I could actually still decently 1v1 the Xayah. Now, because of that, I killed both of them. I have 5 kills at this point now, guys. 5 kills, and we're only 8 minutes in. So, yeah. They're effectively just feeding me these kills, to be fair. It's just unfortunate plays on their part, really. So, yeah, I go ahead and ward over here just to find out where the Shyvana is. I don't want her to do Dragon, because if Shyvana gets Dragons, she's going to be very, very scary. So, yeah. At this point, I'm kind of wondering what on earth I should do with my life, and Lee Sin comes along and helps me with Dragon. So, yeah, we secure Dragon. I also am level 7 at this point, guys. You can see here, in terms of levels, Xayah is only level 5, so I am 2 levels ahead of her now. Shyvana aggroes me instead of the turret. She definitely could have taken that turret, and it would have been good for her. But, yeah, I stun her with my level 6 ultimate arrow and managed to get away with it. So, yeah, 6 kills now, guys. I've got 6 kills. So, yeah. 6 kills, 1 death, 0 assists. Literally perfect on an ADC. It could have been even better if I didn't die that one time. So, yeah. I wanted to back off at this point. So, yeah, we just apply a little bit of pressure on them. I get the cannon there. So yeah, guys, the build path for Ashe, you want to go is like Immortal Shield Bow, and you also want to go Berserker's Greaves, because they're the best in slot boots for any ADC, really, apart from Ezreal and Zeri. No, Zeri does build it as well. So, yeah. After that, you want to build Ruinan's Hurricane, guys, because Ruinan's Hurricane actually works really well because on Ashe, because Ashe's Q arrows, right? Ashe's Q arrows actually also change the auto attacks of the Ruinan's Hurricane, so that's why it pairs really well. So yeah, they back off instantly. Lee Sin coming down, helping us again. Very lovely Lee Sin. Now, Sylas is pinging us for help here, so we run over to help the Sylas as much as we possibly can. I ult the Kayle, or one of them. Annoyingly, Kayle does get away because she ults perfectly there. Now, unfortunately, this does lead to my demise. I couldn't really do much here apart from slow, because if I continued auto-attacking, I was literally surrounded from all sides, so I did not know what to do here. So unfortunately, I do die, and what's even worse is Xayah got my shutdown. My shutdown at this point, guys, was about 500 gold, so she got a huge benefit out of that kill. So because of that, she is effectively the same with me in terms of damage now. So yeah, you can see I'm going 6-2-1 now, yeah. Because of that shutdown, she also managed to get her mythic early. Regularly, she wouldn't have been able to get that mythic, but because I obviously died to her, she did get that mythic earlier than usual. So, unfortunately, she does also hit her power spike here, but this is where Ashe gets really scary, guys. So once she has Immortal Shield Bow, she has so much sustain, because if you didn't know, her Q also procs Immortal Shield Bow, guys, because it technically counts as enhanced auto attacks, and Lifesteal works on auto attacks. So yeah, her Q also has a 105% attack damage scaling, so basically I get even more lifesteal when I do my Q auto attacks. So yeah, that's why Immortal Shield Bow is actually really strong on Ashe. It just synergizes with her really well. These guys try and focus on the tower. It's unfortunate because they do get a little bit of damage off. So yeah. Lethality Xayah is also very scary, so even though I am ahead of her, I still need to respect her because of the, drip. Obviously, our support did not respect the Xayah drip, so she did get killed. Now, they do overextend themselves here a little bit. I am a bit of a fool when it comes to farming, as you guys can probably tell. Now, Brand, I get a beautiful ult off of them. You guys can see there. You guys can see there the absolutely ridiculous play that happened there. Now, you guys see there, the reason I survived was because of Immortal Shield Bow. If I did not have Immortal Shield Bow up, I would have died during that interaction. And you can see that I sidestepped the Brand perfectly. You guys need to, when you're playing these kind of characters, you need to think like, oh, if I was that champion, what would I do? If I was a main of that champion, what would I do? So, yeah. That is effectively what I did, and because of that, it saved my skin. Because of my quick thinking as well as Brand, it saved my skin. So yeah, you guys can see here that off of that kill, Xayah does have more CS than me, but the main reason for that is because number one, I'm not good at CSing, and number two, my support did actually, she did actually ruin my farming pattern a little bit through attacking. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. But this Soraka was just a beginning Soraka, to be fair. So, yeah, I kind of let it off. Yeah. So you guys can see that they always love to hard push, so who are we to object? If the farm is coming towards us, why not just wait for the farm to come towards us? So, yeah, she always will be ahead of us in terms of farm. She did take a nice bit of poke damage off. We did get all of the CS there. Brand overextends here a little bit. It's just like, okay, Brand. Yeah, unfortunately our support does die here, but because of her, right, I actually managed to get a perfect stun off. I run towards the, yeah. You guys can see there, that was a perfect 2v1 situation. Ashe, like you could see, Xayah tried to run away, but she just couldn't. So, yeah, she didn't have flash up, and off of my passive slows, I just managed to get the kill there. Now, Brand also couldn't do any damage because he didn't have any of his abilities up, and obviously, because Brand is a mage, it means he doesn't do any damage with his auto attack. So, yeah, I focused down the Xayah there because she effectively used everything. She used her E, she used her Q, she used her W, she also used her ult, so I knew she didn't have anything. So, yeah, that's why I went in, whereas I had my Q stacked up, and I also did use my W as well, so, yeah. you guys can see there that I'm playing constantly around Ashe's abilities. I'm also constantly playing around her, what's it called? Around other team members' cooldowns. Now you can see here I get a really good roam here. We get a kill on the Echo, and we also get the Shyvana. So yeah, also get a kill again off of the Brand. I didn't want to chase any further because I couldn't really do much there. So yeah. That was a perfect roam by us. You see, guys, we wouldn't have gotten that kill if it wasn't for the kill earlier on the two bot laners. So yeah, really, really good from both of us. At this point, guys, I am now like 3 or 2 levels ahead of the Xayah. So effectively, it's like game over for the Xayah at this point. Yeah, I'm like 2 levels ahead of her. Even though she has more farm, I have more kills and I have more assists. And I've just been playing really, really well. So yeah. I think we managed to get the... Do we manage to get the turret here? If only I moved the camera a little bit higher. So, yeah. A decent amount of turret damage off. I do actually stay, guys, because I think I still have my biscuits with me, actually. I haven't used my biscuits at all, so, yeah. Yeah. So, Soraka does ult to save one of our team members. I don't know who. Brand is constantly just going, like, you know, it just wants to poke us. So, yeah. Yeah, I farmed that one kind of badly, so yeah. Again, the rock. I do miss my ultimate here. Echo does come down, unfortunately. I can't do much to save the Soraka. I couldn't do much there, otherwise I would have died. I do miss my ult, which is unfortunate. I didn't actually see the Echo come up, unfortunately, so yeah. Now, guys, I do go, do I go back in? Who knows? I can't remember if I go back in. I do die one more time. I only die 3 times this game, guys. So, yeah. Immortal Shield, though, does proc, which is unfortunate because it didn't really need to there. That was a play on my, part. Echo does try and die. Yeah, Lee Sin does come down. I flash and W, but unfortunately the Lee Sin doesn't actually, yeah, we just get bombarded here. I flash in and W to try and, you know, slow them down or do something, basically. So yeah, that was a bit of a misplay on my part, but don't worry, guys. That's the last time we actually die this game. So, yeah. Don't know if this fight is a win or a loss, to be honest. I mean... Okay, questionable flash from the volley bear. We do get the kill, though, so, I mean, there's that. There is that. So, yeah, that was a pretty bad fight from us, guys. Down in bot lane, I kind of misplayed that quite badly. But, because of that kill, we now have Ruinen's Hurricane. Now... Guys, Ruinen's Hurricane is really, really strong on Ashe because of the fact that Ruinen's Hurricane can proc on hit effects like Lifesteal and Titanic Hydra and Ravenous Hydra and stuff like that, right, guys? So, yeah, it's really strong on Ashe. So, because of that, it also synergizes well with her Q because her Ruinen's Hurricane actually mimics your auto attack. So, on Ashe's Q enhanced auto attacks, it also copies that, which is why Ruinen's Hurricane is really, really good on Ashe, guys, because... it can proc, you know, on hit effects really well, especially off of Ashe's Q. So it just synergizes really, really nicely. Yeah, so we have Immortal Shield Bow, Berserker's Greaves, as well as Ruinen's Hurricane. Now, as for what I build next, I actually don't know. I get an ult off of the Echo here, which actually is perfect for the assist. So we get another assist there. We get a kill on the, you know, yeah. Xayah does flash, but luckily my slows come in clutch and I get a double kill somehow. I have no idea how. So with their ADCs wiped out completely, we can now do whatever, really. Of course, we continue to look for fights. We probably should be down bot pushing, but because we get so much worth out of this fight, we got like an assist and 2 kills. So that's why this roam was actually worth for us. So, yeah. I believe we're going to go down and do Dragon. Yeah, 30 seconds till Drake, so we run down to try and do Dragon. So we're going to go down and secure the Dragon. You can see there I'm pinging that I'm on my way. Shyvana will try and contest this, so yeah. Now, if you guys did see my, you know, that moment when you Ashe video, you guys may remember this scene from this game, actually. So this was the bit where I did actually get a quadra kill. It wasn't a penta, unfortunately. So, yeah, but I managed to secure the dragon and get a quadra kill. So, yeah, you guys can see that Shyvana does focus the dragon this time, but she smites a bit too late, and because I'm still auto-attacking, I managed to get the dragon. Now, I ult Kayle because I thought she was going to engage on me, but she didn't properly. So this is why Ruined Hurricane is so strong, guys. You can see there 1, 2, 3, and 4. You guys can see there why it's so strong on Ashe, because you guys see there, if I did not have Ruined Hurricane, the amount of crowd control and area coverage that I had would not have secured me those 4 kills. I may have been able to get a pentakill, but I didn't really want to risk it, so that's why I didn't want to, and we aced the entire team because of that. So yeah, at this point, guys, I'm going 16, 3, and 4, so yeah. I'm ridiculously overpowered at this point. Nothing can stop me. I have become an absolute machine at this point, guys. So, yeah, and that's why Ashe is really strong, basically all the time, because of her passive. I'm telling you guys, Ashe is really strong because of her passive. If it was not for her passive slows, right? Yeah. And the reason crit is also really strong on Ashe, guys, is because, crit also increases her slow potency as well. So yeah, I wanted to kill the Kayle because I had my ult up and I had Soraka with me. It was a 1-on-2 situation. I mean, yeah, the silence there from the Soraka was absolutely brilliant. Because of that, Kayle gets killed, and yeah, she does TP down to fight me, I guess, or try and push the wave in, but not sure what would have happened there exactly. So yeah, we secure the bot turret off of this, guys. So we're going 17, 3, 4. We back off after that because we don't know where the rest of the team is, and I don't really want to give them any more shutdowns. So yeah, I've already given them 3 shutdowns. I don't want to give them another. And you guys can see that Brand was coming down. So yeah, we back and buy, I don't know what we're working towards actually. Blade of the Ruined King, yeah. Blade of the Ruined King is really strong on Ashe, guys. The reason being is because number 1, it gives you more lifesteal. Number 2, it gives you more attack speed. And number 3, it gives you more attack damage. And the passive is also really nice because it mixes up your damage as well. So basically, when you have Blade of the Ruined King up, you will effectively do magic damage. Now, because of that, Ashe, because of that, you effectively go like you can effectively do like split damage on Ashe, which is why it's really nice. So yeah, they are camping in the bush, or they're trying to get the turret. Trying to. Yeah, you guys can see Sylas is coming down, so I see that. Stun the Xayah. I see that what is it? I see that Sylas roamed down, so I stunned the Xayah for him, right? And he got a really good engage off of that. I left the Xayah towards the Sylas, and Brand, well, he just gave Brand to me. So yeah, very good teamwork, very good communication from these guys. So yeah. Ashe's CSing is also really good because, well, my CSing is completely horrendous, but Ashe's CSing is really good because of her W. So yeah, I throw my Falcon out, guys, to just see if anyone is in their blue side jungle, and if they are, I would have backed off, but because there aren't, we decide to push this turret in. So yeah, they don't have any vision on us right now either, you can see. So yeah, I throw my bird out again just to be sure, and lo and behold, no one is here. Apart from the fact that Xayah and Brand both arrive. We get their turret though, and we decide to back off. So yeah. My support is lagging a little bit behind, but don't worry, guys. They overextend way too much, and, well, they get what's coming to them. So, yeah, I have my ult up at this point. I completely melt through Brand as well as Ashe's, Ashe's, health. And they FF. They actually FF. So, yeah, guys, that's basically been the video. I hope you guys actually enjoyed, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.